have you guys ever found yourself in a situation like this where you maybe needed some light? Today we are talking about the Aputure MC RGB WW LED light. Woo! A mouthful, but it fits in your pocket. Today we are talking about this little tiny light that I've been playing with for the last couple weeks. I've got a few of them that I've been messing around with, and it is super dope. We're gonna kind of go over the highlights about this light, a few things that I would change, but overall, it's pretty great. Before we jump into it though, hit that like button. That is incredibly helpful for these videos, and maybe you think about subscribing. By the time you are watching this, I believe that this channel will have crossed the 200,000 subscriber threshold, which it's crazy. I'm insanely grateful and thank you. But if you're not one of those 200,000 people, join them. Subscribe. And a massive thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is not coffee, but it is an amazing newsletter. I've been reading Morning Brew for about the last 6 months. When they reached out to sponsor a video, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And basically what Morning Brew is a email newsletter. I wake up in the morning, I make my coffee, I go sit on the couch, and I read through it. It's about 5 to 10 minutes long, but I get everything on business, on what the markets are doing right now, a bunch of like major news stories. I just read about the Colonial Pipeline getting shut down because of a cyber attack. I read about Elon Musk and how his appearance on SNL affected Dogecoin. It went down, it came back up, it might go to the moon. The best part about it though is it's totally free, like forever free. It's not some kind of free trial thing, it's just free. Yeah, so if you want the news in your pocket, 5-10 minutes in your morning, first thing in the description, takes about 15 seconds to sign up, and you and I will be email newsletter buddies. And again, thank you to Morning Brew for sponsoring today's video. Today's video about the Aputure MC RGB WW LED pocket light. This thing is wildly popular, so you may have heard of it before, but I just got my hands on one for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it's super impressive. I get why they're so popular. Mainly though, it's the size. It's the size of this light that makes it so usable. Because I've got things like these lights that shoot this color on the back wall. These are Falcon Eyes F7 LED panels, and they're great. I really do like them, but they're a little heavy and a little big. So when I put them in my bag, I usually only bring one if I'm going somewhere. So then if I wanted to have like even that first light setup that I just showed you, if I wanted to have two lights for something, like I wanted to light something in a really cool way like this, or like maybe I was, oh, that's spooky. Yeah, if I was gonna do like a 2-light setup like this, I couldn't really do that because I'm only gonna bring one of those with me. I'm not gonna bring 2 lights around with me. They're just too big. But these little guys, super powerful, but really small. This is a really fun one. Have you ever seen those portraits that are like really intense, but they're done like this, like. But even though they are small, they got all the fun features, a bunch of different modes. They've got the CCT mode, which is just your kind of white to yellow mode, 3200 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. And then you can do colors like this with the HSI mode, which is hue, saturation, and intensity. You can do all the colors. You can cycle through them on here. You like a fun blue light like that. And then lastly, you have the FX, which a bunch of these lights have. I never really used the FX, but maybe if you're a filmmaker, this is Cop Car. Check out Cop Car. So maybe you're on set and you need it to look like cops are outside the window. Oh, that actually does look like police are outside. That's good. Yeah, not how I use it, but it does have some fun built-in effects for stuff like that. And again, you can use the little control dial on the side here to cycle through all that stuff to get through all the modes, but ideally you would control it from the app, and we'll get to that. As far as the build quality of these guys, it's pretty good. The rear is plastic. It has a metal frame around it, a metal front face, has a diffuser panel already put onto it, and then the rear is a plastic bit, and then 2 magnets in the back. So this can magnet up to walls, which is super useful. And then it has a 1/4 20 screw on the bottom. That's just amazingly useful. You could mount it to light stands, you could mount it to a magic arm and stick it somewhere weird. You could put this in one of the suction cup mounts that I have and suction cup it onto something. All sorts of things you can do with a 1/4-20 mount. And then on the side bit here, you've got the controls and you've got a USB-C charging port, but it can also charge via QI wireless charging. So just pop it down on a wireless charging pad and you can charge your pocket light. And you'll see why that's so cool in just a second here, because these guys go for 90 bucks a pop, which is a fair price. 1100 lux at about a foot. That's pretty much industry standard, right around 90 bucks. I would even say this is maybe on the cheaper side for that much power output in a little tiny light. But what I went for is this guy, and this is the 4 light kit from them. So 4 lights actually go into, hang on. All right, so this is a hard shell travel case for these 4 lights, but the real trick of this case is in here. Check this out. So all 4 lights magnetically stick into this case, and there's 4 wireless charging pads under there. So this is a charging travel case. Ow! For 4 of these MC lights. And that makes this super useful. So it also comes with this whole bit, this little zipper bag that you can take along with you. And in here, you've got your power cables on this side. And then on this side is where these little diffuser bits were. And then it comes with a couple of ball heads. So you can mount this on top of your camera, or you can mount it to a light stand and then have a ball head to be able to move it around. And then they give you some Velcro bits. So you could stick this to the back of one of the lights, stick this somewhere else, and then you could Velcro it there. But I don't know why they do that, because you shouldn't, if you get this kit at least, don't put anything on the back. I put a little piece of gaff tape back there so I could number my lights, and then I numbered the wireless charging pads. But that's just so I can kind of identify all 4 lights and where I'm gonna put them all, so I can have them set already. I know number 1 is gonna go here, number 2 is going there, and then I put it back on here, and yeah, see exactly which light I'm grabbing when I'm grabbing it. So all you need to do when you've got all the lights in there is grab this power setup here, plug this guy in, shagink, plug this bit into a wall, and then this yellow side plugs into the case, like that. And boom, now all 4 of your lights can be charged. So basically what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna have this sitting back there at all times plugged in, so all 4 of these lights are always topped off and charged. Then when we're going out for something, I can just grab a couple of them, throw them in my backpack and go. Or if I wanna just bring this entire kit, I just unplug it, close it up, and take it to go. Okay, I'm gonna get these, I'll just put them in the background somewhere, and then I'll show you the coolest feature about them. Go there. What's that look like? Okay, yeah, that's a little silly, but this is just for demonstration purposes. All 4 of these, I've already hooked them up to the app, but the app, from here, I can control all 4 lights back there. So I can go into this app and I can tap on one light, and I can just change the color of that light. Let's see which one this is. Pink and blue, oh, it's this one right here. So this is the light I'm controlling. We'll make it green. I can bring down the intensity a little bit so it's not so punchy, and right there, just add a little bit of light on the YouTube plaque. That one's for 100,000. They should send me another one since we hit 200,000. They don't do that. Let's give it like a orange tint. Then we'll go back. Let's see which one this is. This one's the one up top there. That one's orange. Let's make that one blue. So I can control all 4 of these lights individually from the app, which is awesome, because instead of having to go over to each light, change it, then come back here and be like, how does that look? And then go back and keep doing that over and over again. Just from here, I can stand in front of my monitor and I can just make adjustments right here. Then I can also go in here, I could say I want them all to be the same color, and then I could crank them up or crank them down. And then another insanely cool feature, I can take anything and I can go in here and I can go to picker, and then it pulls up the camera on my phone. I can hold it over a thing and it's gonna find that color, hit pick up, and boom, all those lights went to the color that I just shot on here. Let's shoot the red one, pick up red, and they turn to the color of whatever thing I'm looking at. That is super stinking clever. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. What else do I have around here? Probably the most useful feature actually for this is they have something called source match. So I can actually tap on source match. I can look at whatever lights are in my scene. That's saying that one is there, and boom, it's gonna match the lighting to the lights that are already here. So you can always say like, oh, this is such and such Kelvin, but is it really? So you might walk into a scene with like yellowy tungsten lights. You're gonna set your camera for those lights so that your white balance matches the scene's lights, and then you can set these lights to match those lights so that it all looks one color and is really, really natural. That might be the best feature. I like to have fun with them though and make them do fun colors. So a couple things though that I would love to see updated or upgraded is one, the power output. The power output is not 1100 lux at 1 foot is bright. It's a bright light, but it's nothing like the larger LED panels. Like this thing is 1100 lux. The Falcon Eyes F7 I think is 5500 lux. So 5 times brighter than this little guy. Now again, this is a tiny light, fits in your pocket, fit 4 of them in your bag. Where'd they? Oh, I was looking for the lights, but they're back there. You could fit 4 of them in your bag in a very small little space. So size-wise and weight-wise, these are much better than a larger light. Maybe I'm just being greedy, but I really want this to put out like 2,000 or 3,000 lux. That might just be me asking too much of a tiny lightweight light. And then the other thing that I would love to see on these is, this is the Aputure ALM9. This is a light that was in my bag forever. I've had this thing a long time, and it had this really slick like magnetic cover on it, and you would put the magnetic diffuser on, and then you could put in like different diffusion sheets or colored gels and whatnot. And I kind of wish this was on here in some form, or even like maybe like this piece had magnets in it, so instead of having to like put it in there and wrap it, it would just take a diffuser like this and just go and magnets. Wouldn't that be slick if that just magnet on the front instead of having to like get it in there and try to hang on? Not that it's hard to do, it's just a little trickier. And if it was magnets, if there was these same magnets built into this, you could just take it and go and pop it off. That'd be cool. These are things that, it's not that this is missing something, it's like my dream. If I could dream a dream about this light, it would be a magnetic diffuser. And it would be an even brighter version of the light. I know, I realize I'm asking too much, but all in all, the Aputure MC RGB WW LED light, very impressive. For 90 bucks for one of them, and then I think it's $4.99 for all 4 of them, plus this super dope wireless charging case. It's a heck of a deal. Especially, man, this is just the most clever piece. I cannot get enough of this case. That is so clever. Let me know what you guys think about this. I would say if you guys do not have any kind of light like this in your camera bag, 100%, pick up at least one of them, play with it for a while, test it out. Yeah, and then once you play with one of them and you realize, oh, I use that all the time, then I'm pretty sure you'll see why I got this kit with 4 of them. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, hit like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, join the, I gotta believe it hit 200,000 by now, because I think last time I looked, it was like 199,900 and something or other. So hopefully we did it. Hopefully the channel did it. You guys did it. I don't subscribe to me. I don't do that. You guys are why this channel is at 200,000. So thanks. All right, I'll see you soon. Oh, also, if for some reason I don't show up for like a week or two, Morgan's due any day. Like any day right now, we could have a baby. So if I don't show up here for like a week or two, that's probably why. Check my Instagram. You'll see pictures of my new daughter. All right. I'll see you when I see you.